Hello, my name is Constance, and today I am going to talk about the issue of welfare because it's been an issue that has been talked about over the decades. Are we going to cut it off or are we going to keep it? Well, guess what? I got some news for you. In fact, I'm going to read it. This week, Washington State kicks about 5,000 families off of its welfare program, Temporary Assistance to Needy Families, TANF, while those who keep their monthly check from the state will now get less money. This cut comes at a time when unemployment is still hovering around 9% and the need for the financial assistance once available through the TANF program has increased 30% in the past 2 years. Wow. Okay. And then I think the governor of Michigan, yes, he approved a bill that will kick families off of welfare by October 1st. Not all, but I think a good few. Enough to scare you, okay, if you are on welfare. So with that said, this is what many people think, and it's a closed-minded view, but I've heard it speaking with other people, that they feel welfare is a waste of money because they are working and their hard-earned tax dollars are going to people who do nothing and will live better than them. That's not the truth, because growing up in an area where you were around families that receive Section 8 or welfare, it's not as cute as it looks. But there are many families that do abuse it, and there is the issue of generational welfare. And in the past, there were, and there still are programs that are created to help women as well as men, young boys, whatever, girls, get off of welfare. Unfortunately, I believe that these programs should not be a choice. This should be something that has to be done. So as soon as you go on welfare, you have 3 options. Option 1 is to work. Option 2, go to school. Option 3, you can work and go to school. Who's going to take care of the babies? You know what? The U.S. has funded a lot of things, and they have used tax dollars for a lot of things and a lot of bullshit. So a daycare, hey, I think they can do it. But anyway, it's sad because if you speak with someone who comes from a privileged family, they usually have someone who tells them about the importance of education and goes in depth about the importance of education and goes in depth about finances, and so that they have an understanding or the basics on both. But when you have people with welfare, a lot of times they don't have that understanding, or that they didn't have someone to really talk to them about it. And also, I'm probably going to catch a lot of backlash for this, but this is how I feel. Whether you're black, white, Hispanic, and everybody knows a lot of people my color are on welfare. But no matter your color, there are women out there who will have multiple children so that they can stay on welfare longer. And now it looks like that's not going to be working. And also, I feel like if you have 3 children and you are completely dependent upon the government, no willingness to work or further yourself, if this is proven, you're not even trying to get into a program, you're just having kids on welfare, I believe that your tubes should be tied. I understand if you work and you're just saying, hey, can I get some food stamps? I need some help. But if you're just dependent, you don't even want to work, you ain't trying to do a damn thing, I feel like your tube should be tied, because that means you really can't take care of your kids. And if it wasn't for that program, you'd be fucked up in the game, basically. And it's true, there are people who take advantage of welfare. However, there are those who really need it and they want to be better. But at this point, It's not about, do you want to be better? Right now, you're going to have to do better, because it looks like they're going to take it away whether you like it or not. So it's best to be prepared. And I feel like the next people that are coming in on welfare or whatever, or put it in now, there are a lot of programs that are funded by the government. If they can take care of an entire family, I feel like they can educate that family as well. So some people, they give welfare because they really want to help the family in need, and others are just like, hey, we got to do something with the poor. Either way, if people feel like that, they're so fucked up. But if you hire up people, whatever, senators, representatives, whoever you are, if you really want to help them, I feel like you should force those programs. And there's a lot of programs in place for the single mother already. Just make it so that it's not an opportunity. Well, it is an opportunity, but it's not a choice. It's something that they have to do. Because as these families are getting kicked off of welfare, they probably don't know what they're going to do so that they can get by. Some of them don't. Some of them don't have a plan. And yes, you're feeding them and you gave them clothes, but then now you're just taking it away, and some people will not be ready for that, but it's coming. So it's best to educate and tell them now so we won't have hell in the future.